I'm Takeshi Kanai from Sony Japan. Today, I'd like to demonstrate our digital paper product. I'm a software engineer working on digital paper system and also work for web annotation working group. So first, let's watch a video about the product. Okay, so this is the digital paper. So I'd like to talk about a little bit about the spec. So this device has released in 2013, and it has 13.3-inch screen, and it's an e-paper. And the weight is approximately same with iPad mini. And the battery life is 2 weeks in general use cases. I think most of them use laptop PCs for taking memo, but you will need to, go to charge your battery maybe in lunchtime, but this device will work entire week. So, and in the US, these are the resellers. So these partners integrate this e-paper system in their system and sell it to their users. And we also have the digital retailers, and basically the people in the US can able to get this device from these retailers. And in Japan, we got some inquiry from the universities, and some universities has used this device in their integrate into their paper-based workflows. So as you can imagine, the university still needs the paper-based workflow, but this device is easy to replace that workflow because this is focusing on replacing the paper. And some professor says that they can detect whether the student really understand the lesson or not by seeing the report in handwriting. So that's why some universities in Japan introduced this device in their learning systems. And I was wondering if it is true or not, but these days, some studies shows that the handwriting is really good for educations. So I think this device is focusing on replacing the paper, but also good for education. So, but maybe you will think that why we need an e-paper? We have a good device now, good tablet devices now. So I'd like to explain a little bit about the technology side of details. So we think the e-paper as a natural input device. So as you can see in most of the devices has a thick glass on the surface of the screen. But unfortunately, that makes the optical reflection and make a gap between the actual point and the fake point. So most of the user put the fake point, and that makes really difficult to write a text on the screen or point to the specific place. So in this device, we only have thin plastic on the surface. So that's why we can succeeded to reduce the gap. And you will feel like writing on a paper with this device. So I'd like to demonstrate the one thing. So maybe it's difficult to see, but now I open the web annotation document. So this is a PDF. So like this. So it's really like writing on paper. So you can write much more small size of text on the paper, like as you are writing on the printed page. So, and thanks to the PDF feature, this is saved as one of PDF annotation. That means the produced updated PDF file could be readable on general PDF viewer with added annotation. So now I have introduced the PDF annotation function, but I have a question for you. What if I add annotation on an empty PDF page? Will it be an annotation? Maybe not, but it will work. We have implemented that function as a notepad function. So once we make a new note, it will automatically add an empty page with a background template. We can select the background template. Now I select the legal template. So we can see the legal background, and we can add anything. So when I turn a page, this automatically adds a new page. So we can, we don't need to detail the additional pages with this device. So the template is just a one page of PDF file. So we can change the template, like if you want to add annotation or write a handwriting something, write something on daily planning page or graphs or any type of pages and you can save it as an PDF file. So this is the general function of Sony's digital paper system. So now I'd like to explain about the prototype I'm working on. So digital paper for web. So as I explained, that now we are focusing on PDF, but some documents are available only online, and it must be very useful if we can add handwritings on the web page, as Microsoft said. So I have implemented these 3 features. First, take notes on web pages, so you can add handwritings on web pages. And thanks to the online connections, we can store the annotations on the data store in the server side. And also, we can share handwriting simultaneously. I'd like to demonstrate that. First, this is the web page. Again, this is the data model web page. So we can add text handwriting like this. And since the data is stored online, we can see that on another device as well. At this time, I don't know why it doesn't display all of them, but it's it must be available. So, does anyone want to write something on this paper? You can see what Ivan writes on this screen. Yeah. So this is still in a prototype stage, and this is the system chart of the prototype. So any pen data are stored in this meeting service system, and this meeting system also provides the annotation data, the maker annotation data, and send it to the annotation data store. So as you may know, we need a real-time communication in this place, but in this place, it is not necessary to stick to the real-time do it in real time. So I'm still, working hard to how to translate these real-time data to the, the one of JSON LD data. So if you have any idea, I would like to hear from you about that. And I do want to, integrate this system with you as expert. Thank you very much.
Any questions? You were showing an example in the video of a guy writing down a text, a free text. Would it be possible to make a search on that text?
At this time, the text, the handwritings are stored as just a pen tracking data, so it is not possible to search handwritings.
Any more questions? Oh, here we go.
So you have shown this JSON LD store. Would it be possible to use a third-party storage for this, for example? So use your device for annotate our data and store it to our servers?
Actually, the reason why I store the data as JSON LD is I'd like to utilize the web annotation data model as much as possible. So that's the main reason.
That's what is called a standard.
So I actually had a chance to get my hands on a Sony paper device from one of your colleagues maybe 6 months back, and I played around with it a little bit. This was not there, and the ability to get PDFs on and off the device from an external store in the web, it wasn't there. So these are all of the main things that I thought were missing pieces, and it seems like they're really coming along. So the ability to not just sync annotations, but actually sync content, that also is going to be from arbitrary third-party sources. That's also going to be a thing.
Yeah, actually, when I use the Notepad function, I'm really confused. What is the annotation? So maybe the annotation is not just an sub-content of the main content. It could be a main content.
Yeah.
So, but at this time, there are no good word, good word for explain that function. So if you have any idea, I would like to hear from you that what is that function.
Thank you.
While the next speaker sets himself up, more questions? To avoid any misunderstanding, Dan is not the next speaker. He just brings in a machine.
I have a question. Can I have one?
Yeah.
Well, please access to our research webpage. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.